So you're getting super frustrated on your home search.
That is infuriating.
Neighborhoods in Littleton and Centennial are just too expensive. You don't want to live in Denver or Aurora.
Or do I?
Today, you might not know about 3 Aurora neighborhoods that we're going to check out that have some hidden value and might not be the typical Aurora that you're thinking of. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim Campman, your host for Everything Denver, where I talk about all things Denver real estate and help people from all over the country relocate and find their dream home in the dream neighborhoods here in the Denver metro. So if you're thinking of a move, don't be afraid to hit me up. Call, text, or email. I am the one who answers the phone. You don't get passed off to some AI chatbot or something like that. You'll deal directly with me. Email is usually the quickest way to get a hold of me, but call, text, or email. I got your back on all things Denver real estate. And don't forget to download the free relocation guide I have linked in the video description. A lot of helpful information there. If you're not quite ready for a call, download that and get some more information on what it's like to live in the Denver metro. Now, the first neighborhood we're taking a drive through today is Saddle Rock. Now, this is on the southeast corner of Aurora, still inside the C470 loop that kind of runs around Denver. So it's before you get to the outskirt neighborhoods of Talon's Reach and Heritage Eagle Bend, Blackstone, and South Shore in Aurora that are definitely a little bit more expensive, a little bit newer and higher end. But Saddle Rock has a lot to offer in terms of a myriad of different homes to choose from, whether that be townhomes, condos, or single family homes. Also has a beautiful golf course out here and has a lot to offer in terms of suburban amenities. So this is going to be the area that you're close to the Southlands Mall. So you have a lot of things to do around there, not only your shopping and a lot of local restaurants, but also some of your big box stores, Target and Walmart and Costco and all of those things. And then you also have, your recreation centers and gyms nearby. So this is your quintessential suburban neighborhood, but you do get a little bit more for your money out here than you would in, say, Old Town Littleton or some of the more historic parts of Centennial. So average prices are going to vary quite a bit. A single family home is right around $700,000 and kind of going up from there, but you can get a lot of the condos, townhomes, right around that $400,000 to $500,000 mark. So that's why it gets a higher mark on good value out here. So a little bit more secluded from the metro area. It's going to be a little bit quieter. Commutability is still really good out here because you not only have that C470 freeway that runs on the outskirts to get you anywhere you need to go in Denver, but you're also pretty close to Smoky Hill Road, and that is one of the major thoroughfares in Aurora that'll take you kind of from the south end up. It kind of runs at a diagonal to the northwest and the southeast to make a little bit quicker commute up into the Denver metro area, whether that be the Denver Tech Center or if you need to jump onto I-25 and get up into Denver. So Saddle Rock definitely has a lot to offer in terms of home choices and home diversity, and your money does go a little bit further down here. And the next neighborhood we're going to check out is Pride's Crossing. Now, this is a neighborhood that's a little bit further north of the one we were just in Saddle Rock, but don't fear, we're not in a, sketchy part of town or anything like that. This is a very nice older style neighborhood, and it kind of surrounds Quincy Reservoir, which is a really nice place to go out and take the kids fishing. I've been there a couple of times. This is going to feel a little more urban than the Saddle Rock neighborhoods or those other ones I had mentioned on the outskirts of Aurora, but you do get a lot more for your money here. So a lot of single family homes in this area. They are going to be ranging from $400,000 to $550,000. So your money goes a little bit further, and these are homes on usually a little bit larger lots than you'll find. So it's not going to be new construction. It is going to be a little bit more dated, but there are homes in this area that have been renovated and updated, but don't actually come with the price tag of what you would typically assume a renovated home in, say, Littleton or Centennial got. And that's why I decided to highlight it. You can get, an updated home here for $550, have a lot of nice finishes in it, and still have a yard space, not be sharing any walls with neighbors. So that's why it gets another spot on this list as a value for the money, and it is a good neighborhood for families. So guys, as we're cruising through Pride's Crossing here, this is the neighborhood that's right off the Quincy Reservoir, which is a cool place, and there are actually some homes that just overlook the lake, so that's rare to find in Colorado, and at this price point, it's really rare too. Again, like 550, 600,000 are what a lot of these homes are going to be at here, and you'll even find some that are right under that $500,000 mark. And a nice thing about Pride's Crossing, I mentioned like non-HOA neighborhood here and in the Seven Hills, which we're headed to next, but there's a lot of pride and ownership of the homes here. You can tell that they're well cared for. Everything's pretty well manicured. A lot of people have lived here for a long time. You know, things are not overgrown and the paint's not peeling off of different areas of the house. So definitely a lot of positives going for this very affordable neighborhood, and not something that you would always expect to find in Aurora. And next we're headed up to the neighborhood of Seven Hills. Now this is another older style neighborhood. A lot of homes built in the 70s and 80s, kind of on the far east end of Aurora. And this is going to be the furthest north that we head today. As you go further north and then to the west a little bit, you get into the Denver Aurora border area. Not the most desirable neighborhoods, I would say, but this area again gets a good value for its money. A lot of single family homes here ranging in that $500,000 to $550,000 range. Again, a little bit older. Some of them have been updated, and you are getting homes on larger lots, but nice, quiet, and clean neighborhoods. Another benefit of these last two that I've spoke about, no HOAs in these neighborhoods. So that does help the affordability cost a lot when you're not having to pay $75 or $100 a month for an HOA fee. You do have that in the Saddle Rock neighborhood, and most of the neighborhoods and townhomes even around there are going to have an HOA. But these ones in Seven Hills and the neighborhood of Pride's Crossing do not have those, so that helps affordability as well. Now this also has good commutability. If you need to get out to the airport, you're really quick to get access to that. You're close to the 470 tollway that goes up there, and you're further north than the other neighborhoods I talked about, so you are closer to the thoroughfares like I-70. If you need to jump on that, get up into Denver, or go over to, if you're headed up to the high country, you're a little bit closer there as well. So commutability in this neighborhood is really good, and this neighborhood is pretty walkable for the most part. You do have parks and recreation to do close by. You also have some of your suburban amenities, grocery stores, and other things that are walkable or a short bike ride away. So as you get further out from the hub of Denver and some of these neighborhoods on the outskirts, the walkability definitely goes down quite a bit. Seven Hills actually does have some things that are still walkable to it or a short bike ride away. So as we come into the Seven Hills neighborhood, this one will be the most affordable of the three that we're touring today. And kind of to recap, Saddle Rock, where we started off, has the highest price points, things in $700,000 to $1 million range, but does have a lot of condo and townhome options in the $400,000 to $450,000 range. And then we were just at Pride's Crossing, where the median price is right around $550,000 to $600,000, and you're getting a really good value there, especially considering if you can get something on the lake. That's a huge value. And one nice thing I've noticed as touring through this eastern side of Aurora is you do have a lot of places that have great mountain views. You're set off a little bit further to the east side of Denver, so you have a little bit more of a panoramic view of the Front Range and the snow-capped Rockies. So sometimes scooting back a little bit from those mountains really opens up the views. This neighborhood probably does have the closest walkability in terms of being a suburban area and still having close by shopping or restaurants or cafes. So there are quite a few shopping centers that are just outside of the neighborhood here. You probably are looking at a 5 to 10 minute walk to some of those, like movie theater, etc. But it's a little bit harder to find in the suburbs something close by where you're only a 5-minute walk. So this one does offer that. Well, a lot of the homes in this area were built in the 70s and 80s, so the tri-level style was one of the favorites, but there are a lot of ranches mixed in, and then you do have a few traditional 2-stories. But I know for some people the tri-level is either a love it or hate it style, where you go in and you have your living quarters, your living area on a separate level than your dining area, and sometimes a separate level than your kitchen area. So something to remember if you're thinking of moving into one of these older neighborhoods in the 70s and 80s. That was a very popular style. That and the bi-level, where you walk into a home and the stairs are right there to meet you at the front door. You have to make a decision up or down, and half of your living area is either below grade or garden level, which kind of is a downside for a lot of people because it is a little bit darker and a little bit more just closed in feel than on a lot of the newer homes that you see today. So if I were to give these neighborhoods rankings on which one I think is best in terms of value, what you're getting for the money, including things like location, amenities, school district, and everything, I would definitely put Saddle Rock at the top. You're going to have the best schools in that area among these 3 neighborhoods. You're also going to have the best amenities, newest homes to choose from, and the most diversity to choose from as well, as far as if you're looking for a condo, if you're looking for a single family, if you're looking for a townhome. All of it's going to be right there, and you're getting a good value for your money there. Even though the single family homes are the most expensive there of the ones that we toured, the value is definitely there. Second, I would put Seven Hills there because of the value that you're getting for the neighborhood here. You're on the east end of Aurora, so you're still in a safe community, and a lot of the homes are kept up pretty well, but you're getting in at a really good price. And then third, I would put Pride's Crossing. I know homes on the water are rare to find, and if you can get a home with water and mountain views, that's always a huge plus. But I just get a better feeling about appreciation going forward and the amenities nearby when you're in the area of Seven Hills, and the parks and the schools in this area are just a little bit better than Pride's Crossing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Maybe it got you to rethink Aurora just a little bit. It's not the right place for everybody. I definitely have a lot of clients that prefer different venues, different suburbs of Denver, but Aurora is not all bad. It's not all the news that says it is, that it's a dangerous place to live and nobody wants to live there, everybody's moving out. It does have a lot of things going for it. You just need to know where the value is. That's why you got to reach out, call, text, or email. I got your back on all things Denver real estate. And until the next video, guys, make sure you subscribe and like this video and share it with somebody you know it can help. Thanks.